And we are live. Good morning, everybody. Daniel Allison, the average dude. Welcome to First Sip. It's me, myself, Daniel Allison, the average dude, along with my friend, Freddie at Bobcat. Good morning, Freddie.
Good morning, Danny Allison. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Welcome to Monday. I hope you're ready to get after it.
Hey, you know what? I really wanted to pass you the ball. In the beginning, you've got the better intro. You've got the better voice, the more excitement. I wanted to dish the rock early, and I could tell you wanted the rock. You wanted the ball. Tell me about it, Freddie.
Who doesn't want the ball? In crunch time, give me the ball first. Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, here's what we do. And you know who does it with us? Who am I going to see in these comments? First person I see.
Red Wing Russ.
Let's get it. Red Wing Russ on the bus, ready to rock and roll. Good morning, Red Wing Russ. Love to love to see Red Wing Russ. Red Wing Russ. You say it. It's not easy.
Red Wing Russ.
I want you to do this intro and have you as a co-host. It's not easy. Buongiorno.
Your hair looks fantastic, Danny.
Does it?
Yeah.
Are you just telling me that, or is it really, really true?
No, it's next level for a Monday.
Next level for a Monday.
Hey,
You know who
what
else?
have you done today?
What have I done?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk about it, but first I want to talk about who else is on the bus. Paul Pappy, and look, Joe's getting his water, and he's already had his coffee. I've actually had a good. You know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about this.
Are you avoiding the question I asked you?
Yeah, I want to talk about your bad attitude because you're going to keep harping on it. What is it? What do you want to try to pick on this morning? Go ahead.
I just I want to know what you've done so far today, and I imagine the viewers do, right? You're the average dude. We're curious about your life. You're like this big social media
I'm
influencer.
now that I'm not. I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to stop you there. You know, this show, the importance of this program, it is this. It's an everyday check-in, not just for me, but for everyone on the bus. And that's really what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about frequency. But so this morning I woke up and my frequency was off. My frequency was off. And so
Uh-oh.
I
What
needed to get
happened?
I wanted to get my frequency on.
Yeah. All right. So far today, you did wake up. Okay. Woke up. Then what
Okay.
happened?
Can we go back to your bad attitude? Because I have no
We
idea
can.
where you're taking me, and I've got everything planned. It's taking me into it.
Just
Uh, I tell you what. All right, go ahead. So what else? Let's say I woke up and I
yeah.
thought to myself, okay, this is what I have to do today. How am I going to approach the day? What kind of frequency do I want to have this day? What do I want my vibe to be in the world?
So
That's what
what
I
did?
thought.
Okay. What did you? I didn't. What did you do?
Then so then I had
What have you done?
Then I had a decision to make. How am
Yeah.
I going to get that frequency where it's best? So I said I could get up and I could do some push-ups here on this floor. I could lift some weights, right? I've got some weights here. I said, man, what I really didn't want to do, I didn't want to get out in this. I didn't want to get out. It's kind of rainy this morning, you know. It's dark. I didn't want to get out. I did not want to run around, but I wanted, Freddie, I wanted the best frequency. I wanted to have my best energy. And just like if you're trying to tune in a radio station, if it's Rock 101.1 and you're on 99.9, you're not going to be listening to 101.1. You're not tuned in. So I said, I'm going to run to I'm going to take the stairs down. I'm going to put my clothes on. I'm going to run outside. I'm going to walk down the steps. I'm going to run to the baseball still. I'm going to run up the stairs. I'm going to run. I'm going to do 10 push-ups. I'm going to touch that wall. I'm going to run back down the stairs. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to have a good frequency today. And it's going to start with the physicality of getting up and overcoming just that little change, because it's when you're tiling it in, it's just little changes that can impact, because the way that we start is often the way that we finish.
Yep. So are you telling us that even though it was dark, rainy, gloomy, you really didn't feel like it? Are you telling us you still went outside
I still went outside
and you
and
ran?
I ran and I did what I said that I was going to do. And what's amazing, you know what? Let me share this. This weekend, I couldn't find that frequency, and we've all found that. It's different for everybody. The way you tune into, you might listen to 99.9. I listen to 101.1. It's important for us to find that frequency. And for whatever reason, I couldn't find it this weekend. And sometimes we can be looking back and be like, oh man, I want to be tuned in. I want to feel it. I want to feel it. And we can get too concerned with the past. But today I said, this one decision, I can move closer to having a better day by tuning it in.
So if you had decided, you know what, I'm not doing it, I don't feel like it, I'm not doing it, would that have been, even though you're very capable mentally and physically, emotionally, would that have been considered some sort of self sabotage?
Absolutely. Yes. So the way that I look at it, frequency is greater than purpose. Or you could say that your frequency is your purpose, right? So what better purpose could you have but to have mind, body, spirit, to be feeling it for the world for as long as possible. And now this doesn't come, it's not a haphazard. You're not going to stumble into being in dialed in on your frequency. You're going to have to prepare for that next moment, right? You got to
Sometimes you
prepare.
have to force it.
Got to force it, right? And I mean, you have to do the thing. Look, a frequency, it's always an exchange, right? It's always, I'm looking for the word exchange. I've got it somewhere. Anytime that we want our best energy, we're going to have to exchange our time. We may have to work. We may have to do something that we don't want to do. We may have to be selfless. We may have to give of ourselves. But there's a give and take. There's a work hard now and get the reward, because again, if my purpose is to be dialed in, we all know. I was going to ask you, what does feeling it mean? You've watched all these basketball players through the years, and sometimes they get hot. They can't miss. And that might be different for a big man that's backing down low. His feeling it might be different than a little shooting guard. But ultimately, when they're in their best energy, when they feel good physically, when they feel good mentally, when things are going good at home, these sorts of things impact a player, and they allow him to start feeling it. And when we're in frequency, when we're in our purpose, we're connected, we have great energy. And energy, when we have good energy, we're playing good.
So let's say I, I'm going to bring up our workout Saturday morning because you and I were both at F3, right?
Yeah,
And
we share a brain.
and just from the visual, right?
Yeah.
you had made the effort to get to the workout, right? You probably didn't want to. You may have
Yeah,
been tired, but
maybe.
you got to the workout. And visually, me knowing you and your capabilities, your athletic ability, your hustle, your grind, I could tell you were not feeling it. But I'd say about 20 minutes in, something changed. What do you think can convert somebody? Okay, they didn't want to, but they still showed up. And they're going through the motions. What happens to trigger that moment where you're like, you know what? Oh, it took a friend with a bad attitude. You know what? What's gonna make me change right now? What's gonna make me change my effort and attitude?
Here's the thing about frequency. Whatever it takes, whatever the exchange rate is to move you closer to your ideal frequency is a good thing. Even if said thing has a bad attitude. So here's what happens when you have good accountability partners, friendships, whatever you want to say. We start knowing when each other is in frequency, and we know when the other is feeling it and when they're not, and we know their buttons. Maybe sometimes we make assumptions and sometimes we're wrong, and that's okay too, because what we're doing is we're trying to get them into their frequency.
It is. Yeah, and here's what I know. If you are around somebody who has a high frequency, they're feeling it. That stuff's contagious, and you can only sit in the corner for so long.
Oh yeah. And it's funny, maybe I was tired, maybe I had something on my mind mentally. I'm the kind of person that shows my emotions on my sleeve, right? It's hard for me to fake how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling good, you're going to probably know it. If I'm feeling bad, you're probably going to know it. So in a situation like that, it's not always physical. Maybe I'm thinking about something, maybe I'm stressed about something, but it typically shows up. And that's why I say frequency is more important than anything. I've lived it. I know that if I'm walking in on a sales call and I'm feeling good, I like my chances, right? If I come out there and I have the attitude that I had before we went to F3 on Saturday, maybe I don't like my chances. And right now, I don't even know if I like the chances of seeing my co-host Freddie Blanton because it's gone black. Freddie, can you hear us? Well, I've lost my co-host. We're gonna see if we can get Freddie back. I'm gonna remove him, and then we're gonna get him back. Look at that.
Sorry about that.
Hey, was it something? Hey, I'm used to saying things and then getting a blank stare.
Yeah, it.
uh,
These customers they're wanting to buy something before year end, man.
I
Blowing the
love
phone
it.
up.
I love it. Hey, I had some things that we're going to go over. We talk about all these things, frequency, getting in alignment, knowing what that is. We have this internal saboteur. I read that once and I like that term for it, but it's this internal voice, this internal thing that keeps us from doing the things that we know. And every one of these bus riders, every one of these fantastic people on this bus has a frequency, and we all know when they're feeling it. If we know them, we know when they're feeling it. So I won't digress too much. I'm wondering what Fred's final thought is.
Well, you're either one or two people today. You're either feeling it and you have a high frequency and you're going to bring others up around you, or you the person that's going to get brought up by somebody else who's killing it. So you got
Oh,
to decide which one you going to be.
Oh, I love that. That's the final thought. It's a big week. It's a great week. It's the end of 2025. We'll see you tomorrow live, 7:55.